Summer is in full swing and I have been using dry shampoo a lot this summer and I need some quick and easy dinners. So I've got 2 more recipes in the Instant Pot that I'm sharing with you guys today. Hey guys, all right. I am loving my Instant Pot. I don't know about you guys, but I love having a pressure cooker. It definitely helps take out me just standing over food in the kitchen while it's cooking. So we have tacos and spaghetti quite often. It is just 2 of not only my husband's favorites, but my kiddos. It's just, those are 2 meals that we have consecutively, at least once or twice a month, is tacos and spaghetti. So I am cooking them in my Instant Pot, which definitely helps keep me out of the kitchen during dinner time and allows me to do something else while dinner is cooking. So I'm gonna show you guys how to cook tacos from frozen ground beef in your Instant Pot and then spaghetti. All right, so first up, we are going to make tacos, taco meat in our Instant Pot, and this is frozen. This is not defrosted. The Instant Pot is going to do that for us. I know at least 1, maybe 2 or more times a week, depending on what kind of week I'm having, I forget to prep dinner the night before, meaning if there's something frozen that needs to be thawed, I totally forget to take it out. But this, you don't have to worry about it. You can just pop your frozen beef in the Instant Pot and then turn it into tacos or whatever you want from there. So what you're going to need is 2 pounds of ground beef. My family only uses 1 at a time, but by cooking 2, I'm ready for the next time. I can cook this up, add my seasoning, plop it in the freezer, or just have it for leftovers, lunch, anything like that, prep it into something else. So I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef, 1.5 cups of water, and then you're also gonna need an additional 1/2 cup of water and then some taco seasoning. I have about 1/3 cup of taco seasoning here, and I buy taco seasoning in a big container. If you guys like to make your own, I will, or you would like to make your own, I will have a recipe down below with ingredients showing you how you can make your own homemade taco seasoning. So I've got my Instant Pot plugged in and I'm gonna show you guys how to get this all set up. All right, so for this, you are going to want to use your trivet. And then all you're gonna do is place that in your pot, put your 1.5 cups of water in the pot, and then we're gonna open up the beef and just set them right in here on top of the trivet. Okay, I've got my 2 pounds of ground beef in there, and now we are going to close the lid, make sure it is sealing, and then we are going to cook it on manual high pressure for 20 minutes. Timer just went off, so I am going to release the pressure. All right, it is completely done venting, so now I'm going to open the lid, and now we need to drain it. So I would put some oven mitts on, lift your meat out, drain this, and then we're gonna do some more steps. All right, I did wanna let you guys know how I drained it. So I used my pot holders, I took this over to the sink, I got myself a paper plate, I pulled this out, set it on the paper plate, and then drained it, just in case you guys were like, what? How do I do this? That's what I came up with. So now I'm going to get my beef back in the Instant Pot. All right, I just plopped my beef back in there, and now I'm gonna try to break it up as much as I can. It is not going to be completely cooked. I can still feel a little bit of frozenness in the center, but that's okay because now we're gonna turn it into taco meat. So we are going to be cooking it some more, but go ahead and break it up as much as you can. I should probably get a metal spatula. That would work better. All right, so I did not need a metal one. It was just fine once I put you guys down. So I broke that up pretty well. Now I'm going to continue the cooking process. So I am going to turn my Instant Pot to saute. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my 1/2 cup of water and my taco seasonings. And that beef just means the saute is on and starting to warm up. And now I'm just going to finish cooking my taco meat. Get all the seasonings around it, break it up even more, and just finish off cooking the ground beef. All right, there it is. It smells so good, and I cannot wait to have some tacos with my family. And second dinner with ground beef again. We are going to make spaghetti in our Instant Pot. So I've already got my pot plugged in and turned on saute. So what you need is onion powder, garlic powder, ground beef, and really you can use whatever seasonings you want. These are just the two that I love when I'm cooking ground beef. Some spaghetti noodles. I've got about a 12-ounce package here, and then a 24-ounce jar of spaghetti sauce. So first up, I'm going to get my ground beef into my pot. So I've got my ground beef in here. Just gonna break it up a little bit. All right, so I rarely measure seasonings when I'm just doing something like this. So I am just going to add my onion and garlic powder in here. You put however much you want, but I kind of just sprinkle it all around. Now I am just going to cook my ground beef in the Instant Pot. So I'm just gonna keep messing with it and make sure it gets all browned up. All right, my beef is all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the pot off. I'm gonna add my jar of spaghetti sauce. You guys use whatever kind you want. I'm using the H-E-B brand, which is a local grocery chain for me, the tomato and basil. So I'm gonna get this whole jar into the pot. All right, I am going to get the sauce and the ground beef all mixed together. And depending on what kind of ground beef you're using, you may want to drain the fat. I used extra lean ground beef, so there was not a lot of fat, so I did not drain it. I rarely ever drain it, even if recipes call for it. I will have the recipe that I'm using down below because I have made a couple changes. So with that, I said I bought a 12-ounce package. Now for this recipe, if you double it, the noodles won't cook right, so you really just want 8 ounces of noodles. So what I did was I'm just using about 2/3 of the package. Then I have a little bit of extra noodles left over for a quick lunch for my kiddos one day or something. So now I am going to break the noodles into thirds. All right, now I'm gonna take my noodles and put it in here. And then you're gonna want to push your noodles and make sure, once I get all the noodles in here, it'll probably be easier, but make sure they are completely covered by the sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all my noodles in here, press them down under, and then show you guys what it looks like. Okay guys, real talk, this was very hard. It was really hard to get the noodles, and I don't know if this is what the recipe meant, but we're gonna go for it. I actually went ahead, maybe because I'm using a 12-ounce, I ended up using more noodles than the 8-ounce that it required. So if you can find an 8-ounce, I would go with an 8-ounce. Maybe it'll work better, but we're gonna go for it, and I'm definitely gonna let you guys know if it turns out. I'm excited about it, hopefully it does. But what I did end up doing is I had another can, an 8-ounce can of just plain old tomato sauce. So I put that in here, and then I will just add a little bit of salt and maybe some Italian seasonings when it's done cooking. I don't wanna mess it up while it's cooking, just to give it a little bit of flavor if it needs it. It might not, since it was just a small can, but that's what you see here. So I added an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, and then I kind of just tried to press the noodles down in there. I tried to mix it up with a spoon, and hopefully this works. So now we are going to close this, keep our fingers crossed, make sure it's sealing, and we are going to do manual for 10 minutes and let that cook. All right, so we are going to do a quick release. And then open it up. Looks like spaghetti. All right, I'm going to mix this up and then try a noodle just to see if it is cooked all the way through, although I do see that this is gonna be a pain in the butt to clean because it's burnt on the bottom. But let me go ahead and try a noodle and see if it cooked completely. All right, you guys, spaghetti is definitely done. The noodles are cooked through. I added some Parmesan cheese on top, and now we are going to sit down and eat. All right, there you have it. Let me know if you guys are gonna try those at home. I'm definitely going to be using those recipes again. It definitely helped out when we have taco night and when we have spaghetti for dinner. So I am actually in the process of moving, if you guys did not know, and where I am moving, it's just temporary, but I am not going to have a stove. So I am going to be using the heck out of my Instant Pot and my crock pot. So if you guys have any tried and true recipes or recipes that you have been afraid to try and would like me to try and share with you guys, let me know those down below, because I have a running list of things that I'm going to be cooking in my crock pot and my Instant Pot, and I would love to share them with you guys, and I love new ideas. So no stove, can you believe it? No stovetop, no oven, nothing. So Instant Pot, crock pot to the rescue for the foreseeable future. So leave those recipe ideas down below. If you guys are new, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.